Shantae. I'm here by myself. If it looks a little weird, it's because I'm kneeling on the floor. Yeah, we broke our tripod, so I don't know how we're going to film until we get that fixed. So I'm kneeling on the floor trying to do this video for you guys. So we put up a video asking you all what TTC trying to conceive questions did you guys have for us, because we were getting so many emails. We even met a couple in person. They're pretty awesome from New Orleans, and we also Skyped a couple as well that's living in New Orleans. So that was pretty fun, and we thought it would be much better if we asked you guys because you all kind of are having the same questions. So here are our answers to some of the questions that you asked. How did you choose who would carry? We chose who would carry by simply the fact that Brianne always wanted to carry. I have no interest in carrying a child again. So Brianne will carry any babies that we actually have because I have no interest. So our decision was as simple as that. Why did you choose IUI versus IVF? Every TTC journey is different. For us, we are 25 years old, so that's pretty young to be trying to have a baby. And also, Brianne didn't have any health issues, any medical issues, any female issues at all. So IUI was an option for us, a viable option for us, and it was the option that our doctor steered us towards. IVF is a more complicated procedure. It requires more steps, and it's also a lot more expensive. So for us, it was, we're young, she's not having any issues, and it's the cheapest route when you're trying to conceive as an LGBT couple. Would you still be willing to do this unmarried? So Brianne's answer to this was nope. She likes things to go in a very traditional way and in order. My answer is, if we are in a long-term relationship and don't have an official marriage license, I would be willing to do it. I wouldn't do it for anything short-term or something I didn't see that was long-term. Why did you go with the medicated cycle right away? Even though we're young, it may seem kind of odd that we decided to do a medicated cycle, which means we use Femera to kind of help Brianne have more follicles to produce more eggs potentially, because it heightened the chances of the IUI actually being successful by, I believe, 5%, 5 to 7%, something like that. If you go with a medicated cycle, it increases your chance a bit of having more follicle growth, which is more eggs potentially that get to be fertilized at a later date. So for us, it was really, why not, you know, every cycle use that to increase our chances. Now there are two drugs that apparently are typically used. They have Femera and they have Clomid. I've heard really negative things about Clomid, a lot of side effects. So Femera is what our doctor decided to use, and thankfully, because that's the one that has very positive results, and Brianne didn't have any issues. So there were two questions kind of around this same topic. There's also a couple around our age who's interested in TTC, and their doctor is telling them not to go medicated. And it's actually per doctor what they want to do, unfortunately. For us, I thought it made sense logically to just go for it if we're gonna do it, you know, pay the extra $200 to get the medication and move along so we can have as much of a chance of getting pregnant as possible. So if your doctor isn't allowing you to do it or isn't recommending you to do it, then maybe if you think it's best for you to have that extra percentage, try to convince them that that's what you want to do regardless. Some of y'all asking us on this video about these wedding photos. Y'all, they are coming. We will sit down and record our wedding story. The reason it's taking time is because, number one, I wanted to post it around our anniversary for our wedding, which is February 8th, so only 2 weeks or so away. Number two, the wedding wasn't as pleasant of an experience as, you know, our engagement story was. So it's not the best or the easiest story to sit down and tell. But the pictures are absolutely gorgeous and stunning, and we will be filming that soon. But y'all need to stick to the topic of the video. How did you choose a donor? We have an entire TTC and pregnancy playlist now. If you guys look at our playlist, I'm putting all the TTC and pregnancy vlogs in this same list so you guys can go back and watch them. We had a full video on how we chose a donor. Essentially, we decided to go with a sperm bank because it was a clean route, it was a legal route, and we also didn't have any family members that were willing to participate, and I think that's a bit more of a hassle for family and friends to do this anyway. And then from there we went and chose based on our fertility center's recommendation of sperm banks that they use. So there were 2 that we chose from, and then we had different reasons why we chose the donor we chose. All of that is in that same video, so be sure to go back and watch our sperm donor video if you haven't seen that already. You know, then some folks wrote us just kind of lost about what to do with their TTC journey, where to start. So my recommendation would be to start by doing your own research. You cannot create your own plan on what you want to do, especially if you're trying to use a fertility center. That's something that the doctor will work with you to create based on all of your individual needs. If you're willing to do a home insemination, I still say it's good to go have some initial tests done in the fertility center, and then actually don't get the insemination there, but go and get your blood drawn, go check your levels and stuff like that, because we have received an email from a couple that had been trying to conceive at home, and we couldn't really give you advice because we don't know, you know, what is going on inside. And so I would advise couples who are even doing home inseminations to go into a fertility center to just get the initial blood work and test drawn so you could see what you're working with, and then you can start working on when is she ovulating, and you can time the inseminations a bit better, because home inseminations are harder. So I would say to investigate, you know, in your area what fertility centers they have. Make sure you choose one with a successful percentage rate and also some really good doctor reviews. Ours has some amazing reviews, and then when we went to this specialist, it's just the same as what we heard. Think about different things that mean the most to you. You know, our doctor is not the most welcoming, fun, time to laugh doctor. Our doctor is very like get straight to the point, but the nurses are very fun and entertaining, and they make you feel comfortable. So think about whatever makes sense for you, whatever makes you comfortable, and choose a facility that actually suits your needs and is successful at what they do. And then from then on, you guys, you get walked through the process based on all of your blood work, all of your tests that keeps coming back. The doctor shapes a plan that works for you. So I hope that was helpful, you guys. Bree is at work right now, so I decided to take this one on. We actually had recorded this video for you guys a couple days ago, and we were so tired that we looked so dead. We just didn't want you guys to think that we didn't want to answer your questions, because if you watch that video, you'll be like, they didn't want to do this. I just told Bree I'd go ahead and re-record it, so here you guys are. So we hope that helps. Please be sure to check out our TTC playlist for all your questions. Thank you so much for the love and support. Bye guys.